more comments to go. You guys ready for more show? Okay. All right. Cookie Monster. Forgot who's next. Or did I? Please welcome to the stage, Zoie Taylor.
Adults going to ninth graders, oh man, you're not sexy yet. You're 14, you should be bigger than this by now. All that McDonald's is going to waste, right? Anyways, as a late bloomer, I have only been in one relationship in my whole life, and it's still going, so it's good. But I let my boyfriend know that it's okay for us to have sex with other people, just as long as they're not the same race. That way it's like a science project, it's like anthropological research. And you guys might not know this by looking at me, but my boyfriend is black, so the world is my oyster. Also, as a late bloomer, I realized that I do enjoy doing drugs sometimes. However, I haven't made the step of finding a dealer yet. So I only do drugs that I can find in Delta 8 stores or gas stations. And I like it in there, in the Delta 8 stores, because it looks kind of like a spaceship, so I think that's really exciting. I have been to Trader Joe's more in the last 6 months than I have in my entire life. And I think that's really fun. However, I feel kind of out of place there. I feel like I'm not sexy enough to shop there. Whenever I'm there, I feel like I'm like tiptoeing in the background of somebody's photo shoot. I prefer a place like Aldi. You know, it has more of a, like a come as you are type of energy. Like, just think about it. Think of the sexiest, most gorgeous person that you know, right? And they'll look like absolute shit one day, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, girl, are you okay? And they're like, no, I'm going to Aldi. And you're like, oh. It all clicks into place. And I also like Aldi because it's more accessible. It's in more neighborhoods. You know, do you guys ever go to like a new neighborhood and you think it's okay or normal, but then you go inside when you're getting gas and you see they only have candy from the 90s? It's very unsettling because when you go inside and you see baby bottle pops covered with like a thin layer of dust, you know it's either about to get really racist or you're about to be, in a crime scene. Also, I do think that they should ban TikTok, and I'm very excited that is closer. That makes me very happy. If you guys aren't familiar with Book Talk, it's a community on TikTok wherein women and young girls, they read books about village physicians having sex with dragons that can do magic. And personally, I really don't want someone who enjoys that conducting my annual eye exam. I do not want to see the world through their eyes. I made a new friend recently, and we were at a party, and she let me know that her partner of 2 years was about to meet her parents. And me personally, I think that's a very big mistake. I think that we should be meeting our partners, parents, family, chosen family, as early on in the interactions as possible. So I propose that we have our parents pick us up and drop us off from the date like we're in the 5th grade. like, it makes sense because you're getting all the information about what you might be in for, you know, early on in the interaction. No matter how many stand-up comedy showcases that we do, no matter how much self-work that we do, you will end up like your parents by retirement age. You might not inherit the same exact mental illness, but it will have a similar flavor and texture. You just want all the information up front so that you can be equipped to know, to decide whether or not you want to stand by them while they go through this metamorphosis, or if you would prefer to abandon them kind of like their dad did to their mom in 1996. Also, I've been doing a lot of traveling recently, and a lot of people find traveling to be very, very stressful. But I like to make it fun by, in the airport, before we line up for the TSA dog, I like to pretend that I'm on America's Next Top Model and it's a runway challenge. Speaking of dogs, I work in what you call a dog-friendly workplace. And if you're not aware, that is corporate speak for being encouraged to bring your dogs to work so you don't want to work from home as much. But in corporate culture, when the big wigs encourage everyone to do something, only one person will do it. But it got me thinking, you know, maybe if I was a dog, I would probably experience less microaggressions in the workplace, and I'd probably climb the corporate ladder better. So let's just imagine, everybody close their eyes, right? This bitch cannot be a data scientist. This bitch is so loud. This bitch stinks. Open your eyes. If I was a dog, only one of those would have been about me.